The First Descendant beta is literally around the corner, and if you're as hyped as I am, here is everything you need to know to make the most of the upcoming beta. First, a thank you to my supporters over on Patreon, more on how you can support at the end of the video. Hello and welcome, I'm Abrax, and in a matter of days the public beta for the First Descendant will go live. And this will be the first time the public has got their hands on the First Descendant to really try it out for themselves. And in this video I'll be telling you how you can get access and what to expect if you manage to get in. First thing is first, you want access, how do you get in? Sadly this time round the beta is only going to be available on PC through Steam, and there are going to be a few ways you can get access. The first is simply to head over to Steam and click Request Access, then wait for an email from Steam telling you that you got in. I have heard that everyone who applies through Steam will get access, although I can't 100% confirm that. I do know there will be other ways to gain access to the beta once it is live, so I would recommend keeping an eye on the First Descendant official socials. But what can you actually expect from the beta? The First Descendant is a third-person looter shooter with a range of different characters, each with their own unique skills and special attacks. In the beta, you will be able to pick from the 3 starting characters: Lepic, an area of effect damage dealer, Ajax, an armoured tank with a focus on shields, and Viesa, a frost-controlling debuffer. But that's not all. In the beta, there will be a total of 10 characters that you can play, each with their own very unique and different playstyles. During the beta, we will have access to 3 areas: Kingston, a once prosperous city located not too far from the main town of Albion, the Albany Mountains, a large mountainous area to the west, and the Red Desert, just beyond the Albany Mountains. Each of these areas will have a range of varying battles to get involved with, but if you're looking for something more challenging, this beta will also contain 8 Void Intercept battles. These are difficult raid-like endgame content where you get to take on a larger-than-life Colossus. To name a few that will be available in the beta, there's the Executioner, the Devourer, the Stunning Beauty, Gravewalker, and more. Personally, I am really looking forward to getting into these Void Intercepts. Being a big looter shooter and MMO fan, I love it when raid content makes its way into looter shooter games. Now, that all sounds great, but let's quickly talk PC requirements. Currently, the minimum specs we've seen by Nexon are Intel i5-3570 or AMD FX 8350 for the CPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 1050 Ti or Radeon RX 570 for the GPU, and the recommended specs are an Intel i7-7700K or AMD Ryzen 5 2600X with 16 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 2060 or Radeon RX 5600 XT. Not bad considering the First Descendant is an Unreal 5 game, and from what we've seen, it's looking pretty good, although we don't know what kind of rig the gameplay captured was on. Nexon have also given us a map of the beta start times. For me, I'm in the UK, so I'm looking at 8 AM BST on the 20th of October. I will keep this world map up on screen for a few moments so you can find the closest time to yourself, or feel free to pause the video and take a closer look. I'm genuinely really excited to get into the First Descendant. Like I said, I am a big looter shooter fan, so whenever a new game comes to the genre, I kinda get a little giddy. And for me, this so far is ticking boxes left and right. From the gameplay we've seen, it does kind of give me Outriders vibes, but with more verticality thanks to the grappling hook, which to me was something that let the gameplay down in Outriders. I'm thinking I'm going to be jumping in with Lepic for some AoE fun, but I do intend to test out a range of characters and get a good feel for the game. During the beta period, I will be putting out a range of different content exploring the First Descendant and what it has to offer, looking at the characters, loot, and the world. So for more content on the First Descendant, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button, and let's see what this game has to offer together. As always, I'd like to say a massive thank you to my supporters over on Patreon for helping me make this channel the best it can be. And if you would like to support, you can for as little as £1 a month. You'll find a link to my Patreon in the description below. If you're still on the fence about trying out the First Descendant, here's the latest story trailer to maybe whet your appetite a little.
I saw everything. The connection between two worlds. About a century ago, humans were defeated by the Vulgus. Invaders from the other world. Then came the Colossi, who destroyed everything. Humans resisted until they could no longer. Then they found hope. They were gifted the forgotten ancestors' power. Finally, they could fight with newfound strength. But another threat had emerged. Karel, the new leader of the Vulgus. His dark ambitions are driving both worlds to the brink of collapse. We must fight back. With the ancestors' power bestowed upon us. Descendant, can you hear me? I've been waiting for you.
Have a great day, and I will catch you in the next one.